At this point, you've probably already heard of the TikTok Shop affiliate program by now, but as someone who's been making money online for years now, I can confidently say this is one of the craziest opportunities I've seen. And I don't take saying that lightly, as I've done hundreds of thousands of dollars dropshipping, YouTube automation, reselling crypto, and basically everything else. But the reason I say this is such a good opportunity is based off the low amount of work it takes and the massive upside and money you can make from that small amount of work. So in this video, I'm going to be going through multiple crucial pillars or steps in which you can follow to make money with this. On top of that, I'll be starting a brand new account in front of you guys, so you know I'm not just yapping about this, but I'm actively doing it myself. This consists of how to create an account, find products, film videos, and make the most amount of money possible before this golden opportunity is gone. Oh, and before we actually get into it, let me show you guys the success I've already had doing it. This account, first video, 5 million views and $49,000 in sales and $18,000 in commission in the first 2 days. And then this account, fifth video, 3.5 million views, $24,000 in sales, and $4.7 thousand in commission. And multiple other accounts which I'll pop up on the screen right now. So the first step would be putting myself into what I assume is your guys' shoes, where you're probably asking yourself, how can you actually get an account that can be an affiliate on TikTok Shop? And there's actually multiple ways to do this that most people don't realize. But before I go through those, let's go through TikTok's actual guidelines. And don't tell TikTok, but there are ways around these. Number one, you need to follow the community guidelines. Number two, have over 5,000 followers. And three, be at least 18 years old. So before I go over the main concern for most people, the 5,000 followers, let me explain what would happen if you're under 18. And this relates to me a lot because I started doing Shopify dropshipping at 15 or 16 years old, and I wasn't able to use Shopify myself. So the obvious and really only solution I know to this is to use your friends, your parents, or other family members' info, if they let you, and sign up under them. Most people are able to find at least one person who is open to it, but if not, you can even use some persuasion and, let's say, offer them a percent of the profit you're gonna make. So if you're under 18, don't let this deter you away immediately, because starting young could be your head start. And now for the 5,000 followers part, obviously if you have a past account, you can just private the old videos and apply, but I assume for most of you guys that's not the case. So from my experience so far, I've found 2 paid methods and 1 free. The first paid, and my personal favorite, is to just simply buy an account. I was able to find a guy who sells them for $150, where he basically connects a seller account to a personal account, making it so you can start being an affiliate on TikTok Shop with 0 followers. And this is actually what I used for this account right here, which made that $150 back in I think the first 2 days. So obviously well worth it, and I don't just want to gatekeep him for only people in my Discord. So I have a Google form below in the description of this video where I can then connect him to you guys, because like I've said before, there's enough money for us all to win. And this is a little more rare, but if you do know someone who has an old account over 5,000 followers, it's definitely worth it just offering them 50 to 100 bucks for it if they don't use it anyway. But the next paid method, which is definitely a little bit more complicated, is using TikTok paid ads, but targeting those ads to, instead of get sales, get followers for your account. And this is honestly just something I thought of myself, but it has worked on 2 accounts for me already. So you start a brand new account and start reposting videos that naturally get followers, such as a part 2 series or podcast clips, which I actually did myself one time, where I added a very interesting podcast story and then cut it off right before the climax. And then in my caption, I said follow for part 2, which obviously a ton of people follow. But to actually get the people to see these videos and then follow you, you first have to pay TikTok ads to push it out in front of them. So let me show you how you'd go about this. So once you're all signed up inside of the TikTok ads manager, you're just gonna click create right here in the top left corner, advanced community interaction as your advertising objective, and you can name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna put followers campaign. And what we're gonna do here is click on campaign budget optimization, and I like to start with a budget of $100 per day, which if you've ever run paid ads, you know that you can turn this off whenever, and it's not guaranteed that you're gonna spend 100 bucks. So now you're gonna click continue, and for this whole section, we really don't have to tweak anything other than the schedule start time. You're just gonna go ahead and click the next day on the calendar and set this to 0000, which is midnight. Optimization goal should be at follow, but if it's not, just change it there, and you can keep the big control just how it is. Now click next, and this is where you're actually gonna connect the video that you posted on that brand new account I talked about and put it in as your ad. So you click post authorized by account, authorized TikTok post, and this is where you're gonna paste the code. So I'll cut to the voiceover right now of me filming my phone to show you guys how to do this. So this is exactly what I did for this account right here. As you can see, it's about to hit 5,000 followers, and the video just leads perfectly into a part 2. I'm good friends with the guy who created it, and he allowed me to use it, but again, for you guys, things like podcasts or viral clips work just fine. So to get the code, all you do is click these 3 dots right here, scroll to the right, click on ad settings, switch ad authorization on 365 days, authorize. Where it says video code, click generate, save, manage, copy code, and you're good to go. And once your code is pasted, you should see the post show up right here. And as you guys can see, it's the same video I showed on my phone, and it says follow for part 2 right here. And then yes, keep this box checked where it asks if you have the rights to the music, and then you want to keep this box unchecked. Go ahead and click submit, and then come over from the ad layer over to the campaign page. Click on this new campaign we started. You're gonna see your ad group is in review, and this usually takes 1 to 2 hours to get approved. But what we're gonna do here is click on copy and create 4 copies of this ad group. Copy, and now you'll see they all come in, and we just have to scroll to the bottom as all this stuff will be the same, but we just want to be sure these will also start at midnight. Bang, so we're good. So we're gonna click continue to ads, and this is where you can decide if you want to use the same one video because you're so confident in it for all of your ad groups, or for this example, you can use 5 different videos and then find which one works best and gets you the most followers for the cheapest amount of money, where you would basically just get the code again from the video, paste it here on each ad that you see right here. As you can see, there's 4 different spots here where I can put different videos, but for me, I'm just going to keep it all the same. So I'm going to go ahead and click publish here, back to campaigns. And now as we click onto our campaign, you can see we have 1 campaign at $100 budget and 5 different ad groups, which are all going to spend throughout the day. But so you guys know what to do. Let me go down to an old campaign where I did this before and show you what you want to be looking out for. So as you can see, all the ad groups will go ahead and spend different amounts, but the main thing you want to be focusing on with this is the CPM. This is the cost to get 1,000 views. So to get the most followers, you want to get the most views. So we want to pick the one with the lowest. So basically, as the day goes on, you're just going to want to keep an eye on these and turn off the ones that are high, and of course keep the ones that are low. On average, I've seen this cost anywhere from $100 to $300 to get the account to 5,000 followers. So it could either take a couple days of running ads, or you could simply just up the budget if you want it done faster. But just be sure once you do hit that 5,000 followers to turn the campaign off, and you should be good to go. As I said, it's definitely a little bit more complex, but I think it could definitely help some of you guys who don't just want to buy a random account. Or if you already have an account with, let's say, 2,000 to 3,000 followers, this won't cost you much to then get it to 5,000. So I thought I'd mention it either way. So those are the 2 main paid methods I know of right now. And when it comes to the free side, there used to be a loophole to get it on a brand new account with 0 followers, but from what I know right now, TikTok patched it. Although keep your eye on what people are saying about this because it could come back. So the best thing I could recommend you guys to start is a similar account to what I talked about earlier, reposting podcast clips, creators' viral moments, and all those things you usually see on your For You page anyway, and organically grow this page up simply by posting good videos that get followers naturally. I've had friends who are on tight budgets actually try this and actually reach it within 1 to 2 weeks of just reposting the viral type of content, which I have on the screen right now, which I'm sure you guys have seen before. Yes, this takes longer and it is a little bit more confusing, but that's why if you did have some sort of budget, that just makes it simpler and easy for you and quicker to get started. And although I don't personally do it anymore, I still wanted to mention it for you guys because I know everyone can't just go and drop $150 on an account. But if you can, the chances of you making it back within the first week are actually very high, and this can save you a ton of time, which is important with opportunities like these because time is money. So as I said earlier, I'm going to be doing everything I talk about in this video with you guys to prove it actually works. So I just bought another account for $150 to show you guys how this process works and hopefully make some money myself. As you can see, it is a blank brand new page, but it has access to add products to the showcase, which is how you get the links on the videos. Name, profile picture, and bio doesn't really matter the most, so I'll just add that right now. And now comes one of, if not the most important part about this, which is picking out a product or multiple products you want to advertise on this account. So to understand this, you first need to understand how we as affiliates actually get paid. So let's compare the 2 products I have found the most success with, and I'll explain to you guys why one of them made quadruple the amount as the other. It was these emotional support nuggets and this folding duffel bag right here. So the 3 main things you need to have in your mind when picking out products is 1, good commission, 2, have it be something that's problem solving, and 3, its viral potential. Combine the 3 of these things and it's like having the infinity stones of making money online. So let's start with the money maker, the commission we actually get paid off every order we bring in. The nuggets offer a 40% commission while the bag only offers a 15%. So for the nuggets, it is a $20 product and I was getting paid $8 per order. And with the bag, I was getting paid $6 per order, but it is a $45 product, which coming over to the sales, you can see why this matters so much. In the last week of January, I generated $39,000 in sales for the nuggets and nice enough got to take home $17,000 of that. But the first week of March, I generated $17,000 in sales for the bags, but only took home $3.4 thousand. So pretty big difference, but one that's even worse is these dino stuffed animals, where that same last week of January, I generated $15,000 in sales, but only got to keep $1.4 thousand in commission. You can generate sales no matter what the commission is. But if you really want to make money yourself, these examples are why it's so important to pick one with a good commission. But this is where it can get a little complex, so just stick with me. The higher the price of the product, I think the more flexible you can be with the percent of the commission. So for the bags, I was still okay with getting 15% commission because I was still getting $6 per order. But if that was a $10 product, I would only be getting $1.50 and it wouldn't even be worth my time. So these are just things you have to think about when finding a product, and I'd say a good rule of thumb would be products $20 and under, you want at least a 25% commission. And the higher the price goes, like I said, the more flexible you can be with the commission, and you can go a bit lower. But here I go again, adding more and more layers to this. Although a product might be able to give you 30-40% commission, you still need it to have that viral potential so it can actually get out in front of people. I've seen people sell bed sheets before, and sure, the commission might be super crazy, but at the end of the day, how are you gonna make bed sheets go viral and get that in front of a super large audience? Because if you can't go viral, no matter how good the commission is, you won't make money. Now, once you have that mix of a solid commission and something that you actually think can get views, you want it to be problem solving so the people seeing it on your viral videos will actually want to buy it, which to me is why I was so drawn to the folding duffel bag. It literally has all three of these infinity stones. I knew I could make it go viral based on its interesting features and saying things like airlines are trying to ban these. Then once it did go viral, I knew people would buy it because it solves a real life problem of people never having to check a bag again and waste money doing so. And the final piece to that was a solid commission, which is what led me to make some solid money with it. And I tried to go super in depth here, but really you don't have to overthink it that much. Posting any product is better than posting no products. For example, yesterday on my For You page, this pheromone cologne is actually what caught my attention. $60 price, 20% commission at $12, and in my opinion, endless viral videos you can do with it. Reason being, it is super controversial while still being able to solve a problem for a lot of people. People will be debating about it in your comments, which then leads to more engagement and views on your post. And not everyone's gonna agree with you or want the product, but on a large scale, there's still a huge amount of people who will. Plus, cologne in general is really expensive, so $60 isn't too crazy, and to get a $12 commission from every order of that is pretty fair to me. But right now, I have some serious momentum on the folding duffel bags with multiple viral videos, so I don't really see any point for me to slow down. And when starting a new account, you don't just have to pick one product to sell, which is what's so nice about being an affiliate and not the one actually selling the products. You can pick and choose and follow different trends that come when products come out. So my plan for you guys in this video is to sell the main duffel bag, the one that has wheels, and the cologne all for you guys in this video. So the next step after finding and evaluating one of these products is to click on the link right here, click add to showcase, and that's it. Once it's time to post, you just add the product to the video, which I'll show you guys once I do that, and you start making money, which segues us perfectly into how to actually post these product videos and how to actually make them go viral so we can get rich. And what's actually lucky for us is when you post a TikTok video with a TikTok shop product link to it, it goes viral easier. And this isn't just some wild claim, as it's actually proven, and when you think about it, it actually does make sense. The reason a video usually goes viral is because it keeps people on the app and it keeps them entertained, which as a result makes TikTok more money as they can show you more ads. But with these videos, TikTok is taking a percent off every order, so they're naturally incentivized to push these out even more. And the more it gets pushed out and the more orders it gets, the more yourself and TikTok make, so it's a win-win. So posting these, you already kind of have a head start, but there are a lot of people doing TikTok shop affiliate. So let's go through the fundamentals of a video that will make it stand out and make it pop off. Where I first will start with the basics as if you've never posted a video before, and then move into some more high-level tips and tricks which have helped me reach millions of people. The obvious first step is where you film, you must have good lighting. This is non-negotiable and it can either make or break your video. I don't care what you do in the video, even if it's insanely good, you need to have good lighting or it won't go anywhere. And natural light such as windows, open doors, or even filming outside is the best way to do this. And keep this in mind, as if my hand's a window right here, you don't want to be filming at it because that will cause for glare. But if you turn and film it with the light coming in this way and your phone facing this way, it'll enhance the quality. Or simply just buy a ring light or a soft light off Amazon. I personally just film on my iPhone and just on the iPhone camera, which then puts them in my photos library. And then I bring all the clips themselves into CapCut so I could edit it better than I would just filming on the TikTok app. And yes, I will demonstrate all of this for you guys once I actually do it in front of you. But CapCut is nice because it's actually created by TikTok, so you can use all their native text and fonts in your videos. You don't want to be using some professional video camera or crazy editing effects because the people on TikTok want to be watching a TikTok, and if you have this, it won't even feel like it. So as crazy as it sounds, sometimes the higher the quality of the video, the worse it will perform because people watching will just think it's an ad. Now with this bag product for example, and even most products on TikTok, the main sauce to going viral comes through your voiceover or your script. The filming can be very simple as long as you're showing off the product in a good light and showing off its main features or how it works. But in the voiceover is where we add the three main things every single viral video of mine has. Number one, obviously being a very strong hook. You need to break the pattern of them just scrolling and say something that catches their attention, triggers them, or draws them in to see what happens next. For example, the video that got almost 4 million views with this bag, I believe was heavily carried by the hook. I saw online that big airline companies are trying to get rid of this bag because of how much money it is saving people like me and you, so I bought one and let's test it out. The reason behind this being how much it related to people while also confusing them at the same time. In the video, I showed the most average looking bag and then said it might get banned, which piqued the viewers' attention like crazy, and this was one of the first steps of me relating to them, as most people have flown on a big airline before. But I think what I said next is what really helped, about the fact that they're trying to ban something that saves the person watching the video money, which I think lit a fire inside them. On top of that, I placed myself as someone similar to them by saying people like me and you, which I think really related to them. I tried to act like it's us versus them, and you should listen to me if you want to help yourself. And saying this bag I'm just randomly throwing clothes on is gonna save you a ton of money is a hook in itself, as before you see it fold up and see how it works, that doesn't really make any sense at all. So all this confusion, anger, and relatability all led me to then say I bought one and let's test it out, leaving the viewers officially hooked into my video. And again, sometimes you don't need to overthink this stuff like I do, but I just want to give you guys my full thought process so you can do the same. But before going into the other two steps, let me show you the actual rest of this video so you can know what I'm talking about. Test it out. So the whole idea is that it can fit an insane amount of stuff while still classifying as a carry-on, and honestly it's already gotten pretty crazy as I have 10 days worth of outfits in the bottom and then all of this is going in. This makes it so you never have to check a bag again, and I'll link it for you guys too right here. So now I'm sure you can see why hooks are so powerful, but what comes next to build off this is to add a layer of controversy. And the best way I can demonstrate this to you guys is just by showing you the comments. Big airline companies are not trying to get rid of this bag. Did some research, no airline company is trying to ban this. Just Fly Southwest. Hey man, would love to see that article about them trying to get rid of this bag. That will definitely not pass. So people got livid about me saying this thing is gonna get banned, but on top of that, I also put in the most random items into the bag, which brought in a ton of comments as well. And this is one thing we do on purpose, as it's super subtle but triggers people so much for some reason. Lotion and toilet paper, you had me until the fire extinguisher, who packs a potted plant, okay but the plant, and literally hundreds of others saying the same thing. This is known as comment bait, and of course the more comments you get, the more TikTok will push your video out and then you make more money. And the third last key step I have for you guys is to introduce a problem and then solve it for them with your product. You don't want to spend $100 every time you fly having to check a bag. Well, just buy this bag on the TikTok shop for only $45. It's as simple as that, and again, you can see the comments showing this worked. You know, this might make me buy something from TikTok shop. This is the one product TikTok shop might have gotten my money. I mean this completely unironically and as a compliment. This is a fantastic app. So by going through this, I wanted to demonstrate to you guys that every time you do have a viral video and reach millions of people, it is never a coincidence. There is always something triggering that virality, which for me is usually a mix of these three things. So when making a video, just keep in mind hook, controversy, problem solved, and there will be nothing holding you back. So after all this talk, why don't I actually make the first video with you guys? All right, we're all set up to film, so let me show you guys the setup I have and the ideas I have for this video. So tripod right here, and then the bag and this box, which I'll explain in a second. But basically all of this clothes is what I'm gonna be fitting inside the bag. And then, you know, I had to get a little bit weird with it, following all the strategies I talked about earlier. So basically last night when I was trying to get ready to film for this, I realized that the normal bags I usually sell are basically out of stock. Text the supplier who sells these, and they said they won't be in stock until about next week. So I got some one-day delivery on their other product, which is basically the same bag just with wheels. This one does cost more. I think it's around $75, but it does pay a higher commission, still at 15%, but it's around 12 bucks. Here it is. And yeah, as I was saying, the wheels are basically just an attachment, and then this is kind of just the normal duffel bag you guys always see me film. So here's how the camera angle works right now. As you guys can see, I got the windows in the back, giving it that good lighting. So I'll give you guys a little time lapse of me filming this and packing everything, which honestly gets annoying to do like 4 times per day. It's crazy how nowadays filming yourself throw clothes on a duffel bag and put a fire extinguisher in it can make you thousands of dollars a day, but hey, I am not complaining. So now everything is filmed and in my camera roll, and all we gotta do now is bring it over to CapCut. And what I'm doing here is just clipping everything together and putting those transitions I did with my hand together. And for reference, this process right here usually takes me 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so now everything has been clipped together, and it was a little funny as I didn't even know how to use the suitcase part to this bag, as you guys can see from that video. But now, excuse my TikTok voice because it's time to cook up a little voiceover using everything I just taught you guys earlier. I usually just go off the dome, but when I was starting, it made it easier for me to script them out so that I could implicate all the things that make a video go viral and then just read it. I saw online that big airline companies are trying to ban this duffel bag based on how much money it is saving people like me and you, so I bought it and let's test it out. And the whole idea is that it can hold an insane amount of stuff while still classifying as a carry-on, meaning you're never gonna have to waste $100 every time you travel checking a bag. Which, if you didn't know, big airline companies make over $7 billion a year from checked bags, so this thing is definitely getting them upset. So as you guys saw, all 10 of my outfits for this trip went in the bottom, and then it folded up with its crazy technology, and now I can fit all of my essentials in the top. But what's even cooler is you can use this as a duffel bag if you want, but it also comes with wheels that you can attach, so you don't have to lug this thing around the airport. This is gonna save me so much money, and for you guys too, I'll link it right here on the TikTok shop. So now the video is finished and all we have to do is bring it over to TikTok. As you see, I'll click upload here, put it in, and I always like to use the auto captions. These just make it simple and they don't distract the viewers, but for some people who want to read it or can't really understand what I'm saying, it'll be there. Plus, it's small in the top corner and looks pretty good. Click next, and now we just add our caption here. I like to do something related to the video, and then just some simple hashtags like TikTok shop, travel TikTok, duffel bag, travel hack. Then add a simple cover that again relates to the video. Put that there, and this right here is where you get the product link to the video. So you just click add link product and then it pulls up your showcase where we can just add the rolling duffel bag here. We'll change the name a little bit right here, click add, and now we're ready to actually post it. So I'll be updating you guys tomorrow in the morning to see how this one did and share the rest of the steps of how we can move forward and how we can really grow this account. Okay, I lied to you guys. It has been 2 days now, but I do have some good news and progress I want to share with you guys about the account. And the reason I didn't film yesterday is because that video you guys watched me make, the first one on the account, got 11 views. Then yesterday I filmed and posted 4 more videos. The first getting 4 views, second 9 views, but then the third got 3.8 thousand views and the fourth 3.5 thousand views, which actually resulted in us getting our first sale already. And to see this, you simply go from your account, click the 3 lines in the top right, click creator tools, TikTok shop for creator, click the arrow here. And when I go over today, you can see 1 item sold, $85 in revenue and $12 in commission for myself. I was really starting to think this account was a dud or it was just never gonna get views, so seeing it actually do so felt really good. And basically, if a video isn't getting 200 to 300 views at least, it is a glitch on TikTok's end, meaning they aren't pushing it out or putting it on anyone's For You page at all, which is what the platform is built on, as every video posted is at least supposed to get a chance on there. You've probably heard people or even myself talk about the 200 view curse on TikTok, which is basically just the initial group of people TikTok shows your videos to and tests it with them. They send it to 200 people, and if that group of people interacts with the video, watches it all the way through and likes it, they'll then show it to 500 people. Pattern continues, people like the video, they'll show it to 1,000 and so on, all the way into the millions. But getting less than 10 views, I knew it wasn't the content because it wasn't even getting a chance. So I was just hoping we would eventually break through that, and we did. So in this early position right now, the best way to scale this further is to stay consistent and try to at least improve a little bit with every video. Personally, I'd say to film, edit, voiceover, and post 4 videos a day, it takes me around 1 to 2 hours. So I'm gonna stick to that, and the main lessons I want to teach you guys next is what to do when you do have a video go viral and how to scale that even further. Basically, how to not waste and maintain that momentum once you get it. So goal number 1 is to make that $150 we spent on the account back, and number 2, take it to the moon. See you guys when it gets interesting and I have something to share. We definitely hit that first goal of making the money back on the account, as I'm now sitting at $502 in commission. And because of the time I spent on my other dropshipping businesses, I've really only been posting 1 to 2 videos a day, but I've still been making anywhere from $50 to $100 these past few days consistently. We haven't even had that big viral video, but we've still been making money based on how the TikTok shop algorithm works. And this is not proven by TikTok as I came up with it, but on the last 5 accounts I've started, it has stood true. Some of you guys might remember it from my last TikTok shop video, but basically what I've been seeing happen is the first videos on your account might not take off right away, but on every single account for me, they start really getting pushed out 1 to 2 weeks after you post them. Last time I gave you guys an account update, other than these 3, all the videos were in the low thousands, but as you can see, they have really picked up with these ones getting into the tens of thousands, which really is not a lot compared to my last video video where we had that one video reach 6 million views, but it's still converting really well, like this one at 14,000 views and 14 orders. So just imagine how much that'd be if this video got pushed to the millions. And the whole theory we came up with about why TikTok pushes your old videos after 2 weeks is basically that TikTok is using your videos as an ad campaign. So hear me out on this. Every time you are getting a sale, TikTok is making a certain percent of money. So if TikTok wants to make more money, they just have to push out the videos that get the most sales. Where it confuses me though is why it's only really on the early videos you post on your account. Take for example this account, MoMike's products, 300k, 100k, 170k, all in my first 10 videos with this thing. But as we scroll up, views on newer videos get nowhere close to that. And although I haven't posted a single video on this account in the month of March, I've still done $1.2 thousand in commission just from those first few videos I posted. It's almost like TikTok wants to entice you in to continue posting TikTok shop videos by making your first videos pop off. So the way I look at it now is just to keep cycling new accounts. On this account right now that I just started for this challenge, if I completely stop posting for the next month, I could guarantee it would make over $1,000 still. Keep continuing this process where you post for about a week, switch accounts, post for about a week, switch accounts. Once you have around 10 of these accounts, you're making $10,000 to $20,000 a month without even posting on them. So why don't we test if this theory will actually play out on this account and see if those early videos will keep getting traction and orders. And I am still going to continue to post new videos every day in hopes of having that viral video. Hope that made sense to you guys and hope we can get some even better results. It has now been a little bit over a month since I posted that first video we made together the first day. And the part I was saying about how if we stopped posting, I could guarantee we would still hit that $1,000 in commission did in fact come true basically exactly as I explained. And it wasn't any new videos that I made. It was again the early videos on the count slowly gaining more traction. As we scroll up on the count, you can see how much the views have increased so far, with the biggest being this one at 48,000. Yes, I can try the strap on for the viral folding duffel bag that big airline companies are secretly trying to get rid of because it's saving people like me and you a ton of money. And look how crazy this is. All your clothes get put in the bottom, which then folds up into the actual bag, and where you would usually put your clothes on a normal bag is where you can put an insane amount of other stuff. It is for certain that you will never catch me lacking again, wasting $100 checking a bag when I could just use this. For you guys too, I'll go ahead and link it right here in the bottom left corner on the TikTok shop. This was an idea I actually saw someone else do pretty well with, so as you guys saw, I used that hook and combined it with my classic line of the airlines trying to ban it. And if you remember the lesson earlier about hooks, you can probably tell why this did so good. It catches the viewers off guard and breaks that pattern of them just mindlessly scrolling. And I can guarantee that if I just said, can I try the strap instead of strap on, it would have done nowhere near as good. So we had their attention at this point and then held it even longer by adding another layer of the airlines trying to ban it. And then from here, I just showed off the bag in normal fashion, adding random items and explaining how it saves them money to then lead them to the link on the TikTok shop. A few others have done well on top of that, which were both just replicas of the original viral video that is now sitting at 8 million views. But let me now show you the proof of the commission and how much it has come out to so far. So the last check-in was on the 27th of that $502 in commission you guys just saw. And since then, we have done an additional $1.1 thousand in commission, all while still making $50 to $75 a day, which is really nothing to brag about, but at this point, it has literally all been passive. The last time I posted a video about this bag was on April 4th, so that theory of old videos gaining traction is definitely coming true. But what caught my attention and made me stop posting videos about the bag was this video right here at 9 million views.
You hate your mom? Oh, you said no? Well, can you tell me when Mother's Day is? Another no? Well, I got you. It's May 12th. Yeah, it's a month away. Instead of getting her a crappy card or some flowers that are just gonna die, check this out. This is the Mother's Day box that opens up with a pink bear. It says, have a great day on the back, and it comes with a necklace. The necklace says, I love you to the moon and back.
The rest of this video, he just goes on to show where to get it, but he absolutely cooked on this hook. And I know firsthand that these videos convert like crazy because that time I made $18,000 in 2 days, it was with those emotional support nuggets that I was marketing for Valentine's Day, which some of you guys might have recognized part of that script.
Instead of getting her a crappy card or some flowers that are just gonna die, check this out.
And no, it's not some flowers that are just gonna die in a week. Or some cheap little cards she's just gonna throw away. So I hopped on with a few Mother's Day gifts as well. But the reason this hook did so good is because it really broke that pattern of people scrolling by asking people if they hate their mom, but also placing urgency on them because they probably didn't know when Mother's Day is and now they have to start looking for a gift. And then he solves that problem perfectly by introducing his product, which is another lesson and thing for you guys to keep in mind. Stay on top of when holidays and current events are happening so you can be one of the first to sell products for them. Things coming up this year like the election, Olympics, sporting seasons, or even just summer alone are good things to prepare for already. And I know for a fact near the end of the year during the holidays, TikTok Shop is going to be going crazy based off how much people spend during that time. And to keep getting new product ideas and see what other people are selling, all you have to do is set up a burner account for TikTok Shop products. This is a method I mainly use for dropshipping, where you basically set up a brand new account, go over to the For You page and start scrolling until you see a video of someone selling a TikTok Shop product. You then like, comment, follow, and move on until you see another. Repeat the process and TikTok will start to pick up on the fact that this is the content you like to engage with and want to see more of. So they're going to keep showing you more and you're going to keep interacting with it, and then your For You page will eventually only turn into products. And I also saw some of you guys asking how to get the money out of TikTok and into your bank account, where you simply just go on your account, click the 3 lines, creator tools, TikTok Shop for creator, earnings, and then you add your info and withdraw. As you can see, I have $474 right now ready to take out. And the earnings here only show up when the product is delivered to the customer and isn't returned, which is why on all the sales you see estimated commission. And it usually takes around a week for the money to get to your earning page, so you just got to be patient and know that it's not going to hit instantly. So I hope you got some value from this mini course on the TikTok Shop affiliate program, and now know that literally anyone can start no matter what their situation is. Yes, I didn't have that big viral video like a lot of my videos have, but through this I was able to show that you can still make some solid money without that. As yesterday I didn't even look at the account and it made $75 for me. What I'm gonna do is keep stacking these new accounts that make money from the early videos, and once something crazy happens for me again with TikTok Shop, I'll be sure to update you guys in a new video. So be sure to subscribe for that, and I appreciate your time spent watching and learning here today.